Hello and happy gaming, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and it occurs to me that even though I said I would do 2 episodes on Monday, I actually didn't do it. There's a very simple explanation for that, really. I just got really tired. So I apologize for that. So we're going to do that second episode now, and that episode is of course going to be the other side of the theme run poll that was done a while ago. Which, by the way, if you haven't voted in the current theme run poll, the link to that will be in the description. It's also posted on my social media, so let your voice be heard far and wide for which kaiju you want to see represented in Wizard of Legend. Now, let's get into today's run. As you can see, we're wearing blue, and everything we have is based around either charging or jumping. That can only mean one thing. I've gone officially insane. Also, this is the Pepsi theme run, and for the Pepsi theme run, I can think of nothing better to base it around than Pepsi's own attempt at an advergame. In other words, we are mimicking Pepsiman. For those of you who don't know, Pepsiman was a really, really odd attempt at a sort of a automatic runner game. Let me pull up a little bit of information about it here. Pepsiman. It's a video game. I mean, to be fair, it is an absolutely ridiculous game. It's completely crazy, but I would be lying if I said that Pepsiman didn't go on to become a very interesting character. Now, we're wearing the patient's robe, obviously, to kind of mimic the idea that Pepsiman is almost entirely dressed in blue. Strangely, he's a soft drink-based superhero. It's really weird. Anyway, since Pepsiman really only knows how to run and jump and slide, we've basically taken a series of arcana that run entirely on that principle. We've got explosive charge to crash through enemies. We've got seismic entry to launch ourselves and smash enemies in the face. Chaotic echoes, which does exactly what you'd think it would do. And aqua arc, because honestly I couldn't think of a decent basic that went along with that principle. I mean, I guess you could say earth and knuckle, but fuck it, something here has to be cola related. Alright. We've got a difficult run ahead of us, so let's hope that we can start in the chilling There you go. Frosty! Let's hope that everything else gets easier. You know what, game? You can go suck a big old Pepsi Man. On the topic of Pepsi Man was actually released in 1999. As I've stated before, it is another advert game, very similar to. Oh, I'm dumb. I actually meant to hop back a second time, but I screwed up. So I'm using a good number of arcana I don't normally use, so hopefully this goes well. Having fun with the idea that I'm using something different. So here's something I didn't know about seismic entry until I was practicing with it before the run started. When you use the signature and you jump 3 times, you're originally thinking, well, he takes all 3 jumps in the same direction. That's fucking lame. But between jumps, you can actually change the direction of them. I didn't know that. So that actually makes seismic entry as a signature way better than I gave it credit for. And explosive charge, I haven't really given a lot of attention to, but because the initial charge actually does damage, it's not quite as useless as I had given it credit for. See what I mean? You just jump back and forth to them on the same couple of spots and really get those earthen ripples to rack up damage. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised that that's how it works. All this time I had seismic entry wrong. Had it lumped in with other arcana that I thought were just complete horseshit. I was given earthen seismic entry a bad rap. I see no reason not to take that. And depending on what Iris is selling, I might come back for Pazu's favorite hat. Everyone likes cosplaying as their favorite French general from history, right? By the way, someone who knows their history, just real quick, the common wisdom is that Napoleon was a very small man. But I'm pretty sure that's not true, and I'm hoping that someone can either confirm or deny that for me. Was Napoleon a tiny dude, or was he relatively normal sized and that was just, you know, slanderings of people who don't understand history? Let's see. Oh, well, I mean, I have to take the upgrades. Explosive Charge upgrade, Aqua Arc upgrade. So, no Pazu's favorite hat, but ultimately I think that's okay. And because I started with Captain's Ring, I would like either a dash or a jump arcana based around wind and lightning. You're doing pretty good! Hopefully, if any of you have played Pepsiman or just watched someone else play it, you're aware of the odd cutscenes involving the big fat American dude. Hold on, let me see if I can find his name here in this article. Should be under here in gameplay. Why are you not showing me these things? There we go. In between stages, the player is shown videos of an American man, played by Mike Butters, drinking Pepsi and eating chips and pizza as he watches Pepsiman. Oh, Mike Butters. If only you knew what sort of legend you would become in the video gaming community. Alright, so here's the thing. Pepsiman is not good. But, is it fun? Oh, you bet your ass it's fun. There's something very entertaining about Pepsiman. Now, I'm not going to say it's fun to play, but is it fun to watch? Oh, you bet your ass it's fun to watch. Sensitive D-pad is making things difficult on me. I keep going in directions I'm not meaning to go. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm pretty sure Mike Butters is still around. So, I mean, if any of you are, interested in what Mike Butters is up to, you can theoretically find out. God, that makes that move so much better. How did I not know about that? Oh my goodness, I love that. I love it so much. That's the other thing doing these episodes does for me, is it teaches me things. Like, I am actually really enjoying this run right now, even though it goes against almost everything that I generally enjoy from a run, because I'm learning things about Arcana that I didn't know before. And I know I've expressed that as one of the things I really like about doing these admittedly somewhat awkward theme runs, that I tend to learn things about the game doing those. Blazing Vault. Okay, I don't really care about Blazing Vault. As much as I love Cascading Blitz, unfortunately, Pepsiman never really throws punches. So I can't really justify Blazing Vault. Oh, hello, Doctor. I found your token. I can donate that to you. For science! For chivalry! Hellenistic tonic again. Okay, well, it helps. Why didn't I take the portal? I will berate myself about that every time I do it. Why didn't I take the portal? It would have been faster. So, what is there to say about Pepsiman that a lot of you probably don't already know? And it's, again, nothing that's going to be completely outside of the realm of knowledge. I mean, I guarantee a lot of you already know what Pepsiman is. The basics, as I've already gone over, are that he's essentially a soft drink branded quote-unquote superhero. Not that I know how you solve all of the world's problems with Pepsi, but then again, I don't think I'm supposed to know that. What do we have here? Okay, well, that Ring of Reserves is going to be amazing. It's going to make it so we have 3 explosive charges and 2 sets of clones. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Awesome in the less traditional sense of the word, not like so awe-inspiring that I can't breathe. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh, this is great. Drink Pepsi! I mean, if you don't like Pepsi, don't drink Pepsi. Just, you know, good Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man! And again, if you guys are really interested in really getting into like the wild world of Pepsi Man, like there was an AGPQ run of it not too long. I mean, it might have been a while ago by now, but yeah, the people who were playing Pepsiman were really into it, and like they had memorized the dialogue that Mike Butters speaks during his cutscenes. Like they were really having a lot of fun with it. So if you're really interested in what Pepsiman is all about, check out that video. I'm keeping Aquark. So, I don't know much about the... What do we have here? So, I can't necessarily justify breaking Twister, because, like I said, Pepsiman does 2 things. He runs and he jumps. Oh wait, and he also slides. And occasionally he gets a steel drum stuck on his head and looks like a complete fool and acts like a complete doofus for a while. There we go. So as much as I think breaking Twister would help, especially the upgraded version, I have a hard time justifying it because I don't really know a lot of stuff that Pepsiman does. I'll take that just because I don't have a lot of relics. I mean, you could say he delivers Pepsi, but I mean, it's not really any different from just his normal state of affairs, real honestly. Okay, kind of digging this explosive charge ability. Like, I know one of you had commented on not liking it very much, but I don't know, I'm having a good time with it. Yeah, I can't really justify Scales of Babylon either. That's the problem with playing as a character that does one thing, is it's hard to find things that are suitable. Like, I'm basically almost exclusively looking for things like, you know, Thunder Drop, or Airborne Slam, or things that... or Vortex Veil, I guess I could take. Hello, sir. What do you have for me today? But halves my critical hit chance. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that because my run isn't being predicated on critical hit chances, so taking Tipsy Gladius. That gives us, what, a 22.5% chance to evade incoming damage? I'm so down for that. Wait. Alright, cool. Okay, I see where I haven't gone yet. Anders! Oh, Anders! Sell me a good relic. Matter of fact, I see two good relics here. I mean, 5% isn't a big damage boost, so I'm not worried about that, but lowering cooldowns and armor plus regeneration upon picking up Chaos Gems? Yeah, no, that's all really good. What? Oh, prevent slow status? Alright. I'm okay with that. At least temporarily. But I mean, if I find the guy who escaped from Undermine here, I'll sell it to him. I don't really mind. Once again, not seeing anything I really like here. Ha! Beautiful. Oh, look, it's that room. So one thing I'm really liking about this build is that it keeps me constantly on the move, so it's really hard for enemies to lock on to me. And half the time while I'm moving, I'm either invulnerable or doing damage. So it just works out real nicely for me. Hey, I didn't even need to use an actual Arcana and just face smash them. And when you can just completely face tank your enemies... There we go. Yay! It sounds like my roommate is home from work. Whee! There we go. He was hoping that he had a nice day at work, but considering what things have been like lately, and especially considering that he works at a delicatessen during Thanksgiving season, I'm imagining that there is some ass-kicking going on. But receive double damage? I don't know, I don't think it's worth it. So, for those of you who are interested, Pepsiman and, the whole Coke wins thing are far from the only advergames out there. Let's see what we got here. I'm down for that. And I'll just become a defensive powerhouse, why not? It makes sense, considering that Pepsiman on the whole doesn't really, have any attacks. So I guess being a defensive powerhouse is about right. Oops. That did not work out well. Thanks, controller. I know I blame a lot of things on my controller, but I mean, it's still absolutely the case. And I started using the controller I'm using specifically because it didn't have the, janky, oversensitive D-pad of my other controller. Now it's starting to act like it's got a janky, oversensitive D-pad, so... no winning for losing in my world, I guess. And 2, 3. There we go. Alright. I am sailing against the wind, sir. Rebounding icicles? Oh my god, it's so bad. I know some of you are trying to change my mind on rebounding icicles, and I apologize, but you're not gonna get your wish. I'm sorry, I hate that move so much. Alright, so Whirling Wind Agents. It's effective, but not only is Pepsiman decidedly not a summoner, but also I can't really justify it with anything that happens in his actual, like, canonical appearance, aside from just the game is chaotic. That's the only thing I can really justify it with is, hey, that game is chaotic, so whirling wind agents are expected in Pepsiman's world, but he doesn't really call them. I don't know. I have a hard time with that one. No. I mean, that's something. Even more evade chances. Why not? I'll probably come back for Ifrit's matchstick as well, but I would like for there to be a chance to get some sort of additional arcana. It would be nice. I don't know if I have. Oh hey, look at that. Alright, how in the world am I going to defeat Taffy? Oh my god, mail! Alright, I need to come back either with another Arcana or with the ability to do more damage. Because that is the one thing I'm not liking about this build right now, is that I'm not exactly, you know, overflowing on damage. But like I said, I am having a lot of fun with this build, and that's making up for a lot. So I can complain about my lack of damage all I want, but at the end of the day, I'm still having fun. That's the important part. Yeah, it's what you deserve. As the one time we're just doing it in a straight line was the right answer. Perfect. Every time. I really need to be able to take you out. How am I going to do that without a little bit of help? And I've got all these really good defensive relics and things to help me avoid taking too much damage. I am surprised I got through that like that. That was just weird. Alright, you know what? Against what I was saying earlier, I am going to take the Whirling Wind Agents. If nothing else, it allows me a little bit more damage out of Captain's Ring, and I can justify it by saying, oh, but yeah, it's just the world Pepsiman comes from is really chaotic, so this would be like the representation of, like, crazy cyclones. Yeah, that makes sense. But ultimately, it's just good for the build. Not only does it work well with Captain's Ring, but it's also good for distracting enemy attention away from me, which ultimately is kind of what I was going for. made has been perfect, but wow, that was dumb. There we go. All right. Damn it. Excellent. The stage is now set. And I'm sorry I'm not giving you guys as much information on Pepsiman as I was on Coke Wins. I just don't have that much information on Pepsiman. And I know Mike Butters. I know that the 3 stages were designed to look like real-life locations. What is it, San Francisco? Here, I can actually just look it up. I was trying not to just sit here and read from a Wikipedia article. Yeah, they're designed to look like San Francisco, New York City, and Texas. Not even a city, just Texas. Alright. Oh, apparently... Hold on, I didn't know this. Pepsiman... The character is featured in commercials in Japan, and in the Japanese version of the video game Fighting Vipers. He was in a fighting game! I could have pulled his moves from that! God damn it! Oh, my whole world has been flipped approximately 14 degrees. Not gonna lie, it wasn't gonna change much, but I could have opened myself up to way more possibilities. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not getting a whole lot out of the vampire's eyeglasses. I would happily trade those away for something else if the opportunity presents itself. And yes, I know they're a pretty top tier item, but not when your critical hit opportunities have been cut in half. And yes, it was to supplement my evade chances, and that was the trade-off I was willing to accept, but... Oh, you're just gonna teleport right into me? Okay. By all means, I am happy with that arrangement. Okay, so it's a little late for just about anything here to be useful, but I'll drop that and take Strongman's Hammer. What the hell? Can't really say as though I'm as though I'm displeased, unpleased. That's what I was about to say. How many times did I fall there? And yeah, I'm aware I made a stupid move, but bear with me. How many times did I fall there? Okay, that did a lot of damage to me. I am not happy with that. That's not good, I'm not happy. Apparently, from what I was reading, the game was developed by a development company known as Kid. So I don't know if they've done anything recently, or if they're even still a company. This was back in 1999, so I mean, it's 21 years ago now, so who knows. Ow. There we go. Alright, took a bit of a beating there. I say no thank you. I do not need that. Plus, Pepsiman doesn't know how to spring vines and make shit happen like that. Oh, I'm dumb. That was a nice random critical hit. Alright, I'm starting to like Seismic Entry more and more. Oh god, Strafe Archer. Oh my goodness, I'm in so much trouble. Okay. My goodness, I don't like you, Strafe Archer. I can't justify magnetic breakers with Pepsiman. I really can't. I can justify that, though. I've got so much armor, it's ridiculous. Which, again, is a little odd, because Pepsiman canonically can't really take a hit. Oh, owie. There we go. Alright, Beast down. So now I'm curious, has anyone amongst you actually played Fighting Vipers? More specifically, have you played the Japanese version? If so, is Pepsiman any good? Like, I'm hoping for a character that was only released in the Japanese version of a fighting game, that he was really good, but I mean, there was a recent Dead or Alive character that was like that. Or at the very least, the character was inspired by Japanese diva culture. It was a character that a lot of American players absolutely could not stand, and I don't really understand why. I get the feeling that the answer is something along the lines of insane amounts of entitlement, along with just not really understanding or wanting to understand any sort of cultural relevance outside of, you know, what specifically applies to them. But this isn't an episode about complaining about entitled people. This is an episode about celebrating the ridiculous that is... Pepsiman! Drink Pepsi! For a great future! Alright, that's Pepsiman, and... Again, if you guys know anything about the development or anything about Pepsiman, by all means, feel free to share it in the comments or on my social media. I'm very interested in what you may or may not know about our man of Pepsi. As per usual, do the usual YouTube dance, do the like, do the comment, do the subscribe, and I have to go get my laundry, so thank you guys very much for spending some of your free time with me. I really appreciate it. Now go out and drink that Pepsi. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you.